Red Swan Episode 1 starts with viewers getting a glimpse of Oh Wan-soo's life as a goodwill ambassador and the director of the Now Foundation. The Now Foundation saves young people from the turmoils of war and helps give them a better future. Currently, Wan-soo is at the UN offices to talk about her foundation and raise money for a young girl called Balak. After her presentation, one of her staff members comes rushing to inform her that ISIS has threatened to kill her for her work in the foundation. The staff member is contemplating cancelling Wan-soo's trip to the Philippines, but the latter refuses to let fear scare her. She insists on maintaining her schedule as planned and seems more displeased to hear her mother-in-law, Chairwoman Park, will be coming to the Philippines party. Chairwoman Park is the cliché, rude, demanding, rich mother-in-law that no one likes. Elsewhere, we meet our protagonist, Seo Do-young, who is secretly investigating the death of his beloved friend and partner, Ju Hyuk. His investigation leads him to a hotel where a deal is about to go down. According to the men he overheard talking in the toilet, the assassin who killed Ju Hyuk is in town. The men's boss is acting as a deal broker and is picking up the payment for the assassin. He disguises himself as a cleaner and gets into the room just before the deal goes down. He's surprised to see a former colleague, Kyung-ju, give the mafia boss money. According to Kyung-ju, he is delivering money from the flower shop. Do-young remembers hearing Ju Hyuk's assassin mention on a call that the delivery for the flower shop was complete minutes after he completed his mission. Do-hyung hangs back after secretly watching the deal. He then receives a call from Kyung-ju asking to meet since he is also in Manila. Do-hyung agrees to meet as he is determined to find the truth. He couldn't save Ju Hyuk, even though he tried, but he wants to give his late friend justice. Wan-soo safely arrives in Manila, Philippines and hits the ground running. She has an interview with an Arabian crown prince and he willingly donates to her cause. Her husband, Yongguk, later joins her, and from the outside looking in, you would think they are #couple goals. In the meantime, Do-hyung prepares himself to head to the Makati district, where he overheard the assassin will be carrying out a hit. Simultaneously, Wan-soo heads to the same place to check out a few things ahead of her auction party later that day. She's about to head out when a sniper starts shooting, injuring her bodyguard. Chaos ensues in the streets as people start running for safety. Do-hyung quickly jumps into action and secures Wan-soo while shooting back at the assassin. It takes a while, but the two finally get into a car and drive off. Of course, Wan-soo is shaken to her core and can barely think straight. Once she gathers herself, she asks who Do-hyung is and why he saved her. He says he was a passerby and he helped out of concern. Their car's engine gives out and Do-hyung quickly gets out to fix it. He notices a GPS tracker and informs Wan-soo that they might still be in danger, so he tosses it. He convinces her to come to his place, clean up and then figure out what happened. A scared Wan-soo agrees, even though she tries to act strong. At the house, Do-hyung treats his injury with the help of Wan-soo. He gives her his phone to reach out to someone and inform them she is safe. He suggests that she keep her location hidden and only tell the other party that she is heading to the embassy. Unfortunately, Wan-soo can't call anyone since she doesn't know their numbers offhand. Do-hyung helps her clean the blood off her face and drives her to the embassy, where her husband is waiting. He also gives a witness statement and Kyung-ju finds out that Do-hyung saved Wan-soo. He calls Do-hyung and asks to meet ASAP. During the meeting, Do-hyung plays it cool and denies making any headway in the Ju Hyuk case. In turn, Kyung-ju offers him a job at the Hwang group. Of course, Do-hyung asks for time to think it through and Kyung-ju readily agrees. Wan-soo remains strong and tries to carry on with her day. She gets a call from her mother-in-law, but it's not a call of concern. Chairwoman Park wants Wan-soo to use her foundation to bribe some Chinese businessmen. Park is offended when Wan-soo refuses and stands up for herself. In fact, Wan-soo asks her mother-in-law not to show up at the party, but Park is so infuriated she threatens to kill Wan-soo soon. After contemplating Kyung-ju's offer, Do-hyung accepts the job. To him, Ju Hyuk was more than just a colleague and a friend. He was like a brother who even donated his kidney to him. They had a pact to protect each other. Do-hyung hopes to find some answers at the Hwang group, after Kyung-ju slipped up and mentioned they referred to the company as the flower shop. The next day, Wan-soo warns her husband against listening to his mum and bribing the Chinese businessman. She then holds a press conference revealing that ISIS attacked her. This annoys Chairwoman Park and Yongguk because they want the attempt on Wan-soo's life to remain a secret. In her speech, Wan-soo makes it clear she won't back down even in the face of a terror attack. She continues to plan a party and invites her nephew and his mum. Through a flashback, we learn that Wan-soo had a son too, but something happened to him. Most likely he died in a skiing accident. The episode then ends with Yongguk and Wan-soo arriving at the party, and Kyung-ju introduces Do-hyung as the new bodyguard. Wan-soo seems so surprised to see him again. Red Swan episode 2 starts with an intriguing flash forward of someone dying at the house. Based on the servant's confession, it looks like a bodyguard died. After the police questions, we can't help but wonder if the bodyguard in question is Do Hyung. According to some rumours between the servants, Do Hyung and Won-soo might have been having an affair. We then circle back to the night of the auction party, just after Won-soo learns that Do Hyung is the new bodyguard. She quickly collects herself while Yongguk makes an insincere show of thanking Do Hyung for saving his wife. The two then head in and are warmly welcomed by the guests at the party. Won-soo reflects on her life and how she got there. Through a flashback, we meet a young Won-soo in the year 1900. At the time, her mum used to work as a cadet at the golf club that Chairwoman Park used to play at. One day, Won-soo's mum got on Chairwoman Park's bad side and got a few hard slaps to her face. She was also fired because no one wanted to annoy the president's daughter-in-law. Out of spite, Won-soo's mum stole 2 golfing clubs from Chairwoman Park and made it her life mission to teach Won-soo how to golf. Soon, Won-soo took up golfing and became really good at it. She saw it as a way to help her family out of poverty. Unfortunately, Won-soo's mum gambled all of her daughter's winnings away. It got too much of Won-soo and, in the end, she was forced to cut ties with her mum. After this, Won-soo opted to use her money to help people in need and was nicknamed the Angel of Charity. It was during one of her charity trips to Africa that she met Yongguk, and they got to know each other. Soon he proposed and she agreed to marry him. Won-soo vividly remembers her first tense meeting with Chairwoman Park. As expected, Park did her best to demean Won-soo and her brother. At one point, Chairwoman Park even mentioned she had one of Yongguk's exes killed, then laughed it off as a bad joke. Park even offered Won-soo's brother a job and tried to get him to break up the couple. Nonetheless, Won-soo succeeded in marrying Yongguk and learned how to deal with her rude mother-in-law. Presently, Won-soo gives a speech to show her gratitude to the Arab Crown Prince for doubling his donation after her attack. The party begins in earnest and people start mingling and drinking. Yongguk signals his mistress and they leave the party and head to the room. Sadly, his mistress is someone close to Won-soo. When the mistress's son approaches Won-soo looking for his mum, she sets out to help him, only to find the woman in question having sex with Yongguk on the sofa. However, Won-soo doesn't react angrily. She keeps calm and asks why they can't be more careful. She reveals that she knew about the affair, but she has no time to deal with these clowns. She excuses herself and tries to calm down before taking her husband and heading to the party as if nothing ever happened. The mistress is forced to watch the couple as they share a dance, looking every bit like they are so in love. Later, Chairwoman Park calls Won-soo for a meeting and reveals she knew about the affair as well. It had been happening even before Won-soo got married to Yongguk. Park is worried that Won-soo will divorce Yongguk after finding out the truth. However, she is beyond angry and shocked when Won-soo tells her there will be no divorce. Won-soo warns Park that she stands to lose more than anyone else if she leaves. Won-soo is aware that Chairwoman Park has been stealing the foundation's money and asks her to stop. He asks the chairwoman to keep away from the foundation because it is not hers and walks away calmly as the old lady rages. Won-soo then heads to the bar to drink and gets more pissed when Kyung-ju informs her that Yongguk is sleeping in a different room to give her a chance to sleep better. She asks Kyung-ju to leave and hits the bottle harder. Do-hung finds her stumbling on her way to the room and helps her. She starts flirting with him and point blank asks if he wants to sleep with her. He is surprised and asks if she is lonely or sad. She answers no, but it is clear that she has hurt him. As a true gentleman, Do-hyung helps her get into her room, but in the process, her room key drops on the floor. As he wishes her a good night, a drunk Yongguk walks to her room and starts knocking. Do-hyung moves to open it, but Won-soo stops him. The two wait for Yongguk to leave and Kyung-ju shows up to help his boss. He tells Yongguk that Won-soo drank too much and is probably asleep and helps him to his room. Do-hyung walks out of Won-soo's hotel room while we see Won-soo sitting on the bed, thinking about things. The next morning, Won-soo and Do-hyung act like nothing happened, but it is still awkward between them. The group returns to South Korea and Kyung-ju shows Do-hyung to his new room in the servants' quarters. As they talk, Do-hyung subtly tries to find out if Kyung-ju secretly helps Yongguk with some underhand dealings. Kyung-ju doesn't spill much, only that he works exclusively for Yongguk most of the time. As Do-hyung settles in, a servant informs him that Won-soo is calling for him. On his way out, Do-hyung accidentally knocks over the picture of Ju Hyuk he brought with him. The picture falls and he sees a USB attached to it. This jogs his memory of Jo Hyuk's last words. He mentioned a picture. Do-hyung quickly checks USB and finds pictures of the chairman being taken outside the house. By the looks of it, the chairman was already dead. But what was the real cause of his death? In another twist, we see in a flashback that Won-soo was close to the chairman, and he had even asked her to stay married until he looked into something. Whatever it was, it probably led to his death and Jo Hyuk's too. And that is where episode 2 of Red Swan comes to an end. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.